Hey everyone, this is Yulong. Today is being officially 3 months since my Achilles tendon surgery. On one hand, it's been very fast. On the other hand, I feel like the time is really slow. My progress is really slow. So I think today, in addition to the status update and exercises that I'm doing, I want to also talk about maybe just a little bit look back of the past 3 months, what happened, my timeline, and things I learned. So let's start it with status update. There's actually a major update that just happened 2 days ago. I went to my physical therapist and he noticed there's a little bump on my tendon. I'm gonna show you a video as well. And he suspects that I might get tendonitis. So tendonitis is a common injury on your Achilles tendon, and not only your Achilles tendon, but also other tendons as well. Basically, it means you sort of overuse your tendon that cause the tendon to be inflamed, and I think it will lead to damage of the tendon if it getting worse. The common symptoms would be you will feel the pain along the heel and the tendon while you are walking or running or just using the tendon, and you will feel the pain and stiffness in the morning. I'm looking at the website. Also, you have swelling going on in the tendon area, and some tendonitis will cause a bump on your tendon. That mostly means the tissues there are sort of like damaged. And I have two out of those symptoms. I have the bump. I also feel the pain and stiffness in the morning right after I wake up and try to walk. The same thing happens if I sit there for a long time and not use the tendon at all, then I suddenly trying to stand and walk. I saw also other videos talk about their tendonitis symptoms, which looks similar to mine. For now, even I don't have other symptoms such as like pain while I'm walking. Usually the pain for me, it goes away after I walk for a while. I'm not sure, but just to be cautious, my physical therapist suggests me to cut back exercises. I can keep everything else, but I need to reduce the reps that I'm doing for calf raises. I also have to avoid overload any of my tendon, meaning I cannot do like seated calf raises with dumbbells anymore. Also the single leg calf raise, I can only do double leg calf raises. And also I used to do like 150 reps a day. Now I'm targeting at like just 20 reps a day. This definitely is frustrating because like I said, I already feel like the progress is slow enough, but now I guess I need to go even slower. Particularly if it is the tendonitis, I think it takes 6 weeks to fully recover. I'm not even sure how I could handle that yet. I think I will also get second opinion from my surgeon next time I visit. But for now, I guess I need to take a slack a little bit on the calf raises, again, which is definitely frustrating. The tendonitis is actually fairly common for our rupture patients because your tendon is gaining back strength. That means it's pretty weak. It's very easy to overload and overuse your tendon while you're doing rehab and stuff. Trying to be cautious with your rehab plan and trying to take a close look at your tendon, day to day. So other than that, for my progress right now, I'm walking 5,000 steps a day in average per my Apple Watch. I am still walking in a little bit limp, even if I didn't realize it sometimes. I think the limp might stay with me for like a couple more weeks until I get full strength. Not full strength, or like most of the strength back on my tendon and calf. Before that, the limp will still exist. Still cannot do single leg calf raise, can do double leg calf raises. So now it sounds like it's gonna take me even more time to be able to do the single leg calf raise. So I feel stiff and painful in the morning right after wake up, and I see a couple other videos mentioning this as well, and also like trying to walk after you sit for a while. There's a video talking about if that happens, trying to raise your calf, or just like a regular calf raise, and then hold there, sort of eccentric move. Hold there for like a minute. After that, it will help. So I'm trying that out. It does feel like it's getting better faster. So usually when I feel the pain and stiff in the morning, it usually goes away after I walk a little bit. But that period of walking is actually quite painful. Instead, I'm doing the eccentric calf raise right now, and before I walk in the morning, and that definitely helps. The pain goes away faster. The ankle and the foot is still quite swollen up, especially later in the day. So I'm just trying to ice frequently. Ice about like 5 times a day right now. I made a separate videos talk about the shoes that I'm trying to looking for a good pair of regular shoes that I'm wearing day to day. You can check more details for all the shoes that I tried, but just a quick walkthrough. I'm using this interesting shoe now. It's supposed to, like, the way you wear this is not to tie the lace, but it has an open here, the open zip here that you can tear it out and then slide your foot in, and that's how you wear it. But I think that perfectly fit my situation because I don't want anything around my tendon area because that get the tendon super tender, and this sort of works out for me. And also it has a heel drop, which means, like, it sort of helps the tendon being less stretched. There's also another pair of sandals that I'm wearing at home. That's for like whenever I walk outside. This guy, again, mostly because it has a heel drop and has a pretty good support overall. Although I think I'm gradually shifting to just regular sandals recently. So I guess it also feels fine. I think I'm always like 3 months. It should be okay to stretch your tendon over the dorsiflexion now. So I'm sorry, over the neutral now. So wearing the sandals feels fine for me. So that's how sort of I'm shifting to. That's pretty much status update. In terms of the exercises, most of the exercises are the same. I'm doing more calf raises now, although I guess from now on I'm gonna do less calf raises. I bought a balance board for sort of balance training. What I do is I step on the board with 2 feet and then trying to balance there for like a minute each time. I think that helps me just getting back my balance and some of the muscles on my right leg as well. Trying to go swimming once a week, and during that time I'm also walk in the pool and do some calf raises. I think that helps me feel good because I was able to make a full swing of the normal walking inside the pool, which I couldn't do, like especially with a big step. Doing that in the pool, hopefully that will gain my strength back, and I think that's relatively safe for my potential tendonitis as well. So that's something I'm just gonna keep doing. Another thing I'm doing right now is to try to keep track all the exercises I'm doing day to day. Because one thing I find it hard is, like, there's so many different kinds of exercise I'm doing, and also I'm spreading it out throughout the day. I'm not doing like all of things at once. So sometimes I don't even know like how many reps I did each day. So I sort of want to just track them. Anytime I'm doing exercises, I'm going to record on my phone. Over time, I'm hoping to see some trend. The other reason I'm doing this is also, I think from now on, it's fairly repetitive. Like every day you just keep doing all these exercises, and most of the progress you're going to feel are going to from these exercises. If I don't track it, it will be easy for me sort of just be slacking and without realizing like the time has passed. So that's why I'm trying to keep track of the exercises and just use this as a way to keep myself engaged and motivated. So that's pretty much my exercises. I'm also doing regular weightlifting now, as long as it doesn't hurt or stretch my tendon too much. Okay, so lastly, like I said, I'm gonna do a brief look back on my 3 month, also a little bit like timeline description, how the time went essentially. I was in the cast for the first 4 weeks. So the first month is basically about immobility. Like you cannot move too much, you have to rest. Also, like the first week after surgery, you pretty much have to elevate your leg up all the time. There's not much movement at time. I think I can show my steps counts from my Apple Watch as well, or just calorie burns. You can see like there's just a giant dip on the first month. I did my surgery on January 24th. So the entire February is just like immobility. And there's a lot of stuff need to be taken care of by someone else. I mean, you can probably do them yourself, but it's gonna be extremely challenging. I think that's the first month. The second month is actually the most productive month. That's when I transition to the boots and trying to walk again and trying to ditch the crutches, trying to stretch my tendon to the neutral position. So there's just a lot of going on. I also going to a physical therapist and doing a lot of exercises. So the second month is actually the most productive month that you will feel a lot of changes and you feel like you get back a lot of things that you didn't like you used to have. I definitely think that's the most productive and also the best month so far. The third month, which I guess you still get to make a lot of progress, especially at the beginning, because likely at the 8 weeks, like 8 to 10 weeks, you also slowly shifting to a pair of regular shoes. That's when there's a lot of changes going on, and also you will be aware of your walking pose, and you're trying to walk normally again, trying to learn how to walk again. So that's also a big change. But once you go into the stage where I am right now, sort of like the end of the third month, you will start realizing there's a lot of stuff you cannot do. I think that's the time where you will take the walking normally as granted, and you will be asking for more, like running and jumping, but then you realize you just cannot do it. And then you will kind of realize there's quite a distance from fully recover. I guess probably the huge change that happened in the second month and the beginning of the third month will makes us think that, oh, like we are like on track to recover and, you know, almost be as good as the normal person now. But then, yeah, at the end of third month, it was just kind of hit me that, oh, actually, no, it's still a long way to go, and especially with this tendonitis thing. Sort of like a rookie wall that you're gonna hit while you're playing the professional basketball. You suddenly realize, okay, man, this is only the beginning. That's definitely a little bit, frustrating to think about. That's sort of a very brief look of the 3 month that's gonna happen after your surgery. That's all for this video. Hope you find this video helpful. Starting now on, I think I'm gonna post 1 video per month. It's just because there's probably gonna be less stuff going on for my status update. But I'll be posting other videos that just talk about stuff for the Achilles tendon rupture. For example, I already posted 2 videos. 1 video about me looking for a good pair of regular shoes when I transitioned out of the boot. Another video talks about all the stuff that I've used since my injury. Yeah, I'll just be posting those videos as well, and then like status updates video once a month. Cool. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.